Just thought I would start this video letting you guys know that I had a lot of issues with the Full Beauty Polygel, so this is a follow-up review to that polygel, but I did find another use for my painter's tape. I am hopeful that I'll be able to salvage this polygel because it is beautiful glitter, and to be honest with you, throwing away anything glitter hurts my feelings. This is one of the manicures that I saw that inspired me to really want to try doing a baby boomer fade tip. I just loved it, so I had my own variation, but this was part of the inspiration for that. So I have on my nail form with my paper tape method. Now this is that really gorgeous glow in the dark polygel I used the other day, but it was super thin and ooky. So what I did was I put it in the refrigerator, and I have had it on ice, and I'm going to see if keeping it cold will allow me to work with it a little bit better. So let's give it a try. Definitely stiffer. Oh yeah, definitely stiffer than it was. I'm gonna have to get my picker tool out, or my scraper, or whatever you want to call it. So for this design, the intention is for it to be a French tip. And I'm gonna keep this cold when I'm not using it. All right, so it's staying in place. Let's see if I can get it to the shape that I want it. So the idea here is I am trying to practice basically doing a French fade, baby boomer style French tip. All right, so it doesn't take very long, and then this polygel is getting really soft. So I am thinking what I'm gonna have to do is work maybe with smaller beads. I'll put this right here, waste not, want not. And just go thin and cure. Now, one of the good things about doing a baby boomer tip, or at least the technique that I'm going to try to use, is that you wind up doing a thinner layer because you're working with trying to get the fade down for the baby boomer, but you're going to do multiple layers. So I think multiple curing sessions with this isn't going to be the end of the world, and it's going to be encapsulated in clear polygel. So even if it's not the perfect thickness with the blue layer, because boy, this is that super thin, goopy stuff, it is going to be encapsulated in clear. So hopefully we'll be able to get it thick enough. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure this because I learned on my friend's manicure that I'm gonna have to do multiple cures anyway. Tamp that down just a little bit. To do multiple cures anyway. See if that's the length that I want real quick. Yeah, I wanna bring it out to there. I'm gonna go ahead and cure it for 60. And then I'm gonna keep building that nail out and see how we do. So post first layer, and I want you to look at what happened to my dupe. So I have cured this. This is 2 layers. I'm gonna keep this polygel on ice. I've decided that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some pre-filing. I'll do the blue, and then I'm gonna lay down that coral pink to do the fade with. But I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and do some pre-filing first before I lay the pink down, just because it's gonna need so much help filing, buffing, and shaping. And I wanna get it shaped a little bit better before I put pink or the clear down. I've got that first layer down the tip. It's not beautiful, but I had to go back a couple times and make sure that it was opaque enough for the fade. So now I'm gonna go in with this Gelin color. That's a pretty kind of natural pink. And I'm just gonna go in with a small bead first. Just gonna do, whoop. Take a little of that with me. I'm just going to do the shaping portion of that cuticle area first. Try to get it nice and thin. Trying to make sure I stay on camera here. Kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time. There we go. Okay. So I don't have to have a perfect fade yet. I can see how this could work. Okay. So that kind of gives you an idea. So we're just going to keep working the pink into the blue. Make sure that cuticle's the way I want it. I like to get this a little bit more evenly distributed before I do a quick cure. Okay. That's a little bit closer to what I had in mind. Make sure that the cuticle is clean. Okay. Put center there. Again, that's a nice thing about Polygel. It's very forgiving. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cure it for 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna add another bead. So that's post the first cure with that first little bead. That fade does not look too bad. I am gonna add a little bit more just to even it out a touch. Sorry, I've got to get off camera here for a second so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay, so I just have a small bead here. Right there, and I'm just going to pat it. Now this, I can tell a huge difference between the textures of the Polygels. That blue, although it is beautiful, and I do love the way it looks, and I love the fact that it is glow in the dark, it is a booger to work with. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. It is a booger to work with. And although the effect is pretty, I definitely don't recommend that for beginners. Certainly not for anybody who's in a hurry. Ooh, mercy sakes. I do like this pink though. Seems like it's melting into the blue pretty nicely. Got my apex there. I will say, I'm not super happy with the corner of that nail right there. I think when I do the next nail and get out the blue, I'm gonna add just a little bit there. Even though I'm gonna file it and whatnot, I'd rather it be somewhat even first. So definitely easier to lay this stuff down than the blue. Oh, mercy sakes. So I'm just kind of going back and forth. Got some alcohol on my brush. That's my slip solution, just working that in a little better. Okay, yeah. I can see where it's gonna come along here. All right, well, we've got the basic idea there. I'm gonna cure this. I am gonna go back and add a little bit of blue, and then I'll come back when I do the clear encapsulation. But yeah, I see it. Quick look at the nails after finishing application, and I have done some initial shaping, filing, and buffing. I was too pooped to finish tonight after fighting that blue polygel all over the place. Of course, I need to do some cleanup, and need to decide if I'm going to do just straight top coat or if I'm going to do a layer of either clear polygel or clear builder gel. A lot of the tutorials I've seen where you do the baby boomer fade, you put a clear top coat of polygel on top of it, but I don't know that mine needs that. I might do a little bit more shaping. If I do decide to go the route of a thicker encapsulation, I may do builder gel just for the sake of time, and but we'll see. But I'm pooped, so I'm gonna finish this one tomorrow, but I think it's coming out really cute. So I'm happy to report that I finished that manicure. I did wind up going back this morning and adding some builder gel to actually all the nails just because that blue was so mushy and flimsy. I'm hoping I can make this manicure last 2 weeks, and I thought by adding some builder gel, it would add stability to the nails just in case. I didn't do polygel just because it would have caused additional thickening and even more filing, buffing, and shaping. And I've got a closing today, so I've got to get my back filled in motion, but I will shoot a close-up of the manicure. I think it turned out really cute. Takeaways, oh, that Full Beauty glow-in-the-dark polygel. Beautiful color, don't recommend it, don't get it. The Morovan glow-in-the-dark polygel, far more stable, easy to work with, and it comes in really pretty colors too. But anyway, that's it. Of course, if I can help you guys, remember, I am not a professional nail tech, nothing of the sort. I'm just a gal who fell in love with doing her own nails during COVID. And like most things, anything worth doing is worth overdoing. If I can help you with real estate, give me a shout. Erin England, Revolve Realty, 256-783-9248. And happy manicures, y'all. We'll talk soon. Bye now.